How about that? Tennessee off to its third straight Elite Eight, taking down Iowa State in the Sweet 16, 76-62. As advertised, this was a defensive tough battle. I have VFL Chris Lofton right here with me. He used to play right here. You're pretty good back in the day, I would say, but now you're part of the Vault Network. How's that been going for you, being on the mic with Mike Keith? Tennessee is off to the Women's College World Series for the 10th time in program history and the 3rd time in the past 4 seasons. Valentine's Day, who cares? Tennessee baseball opens the 2026 season this weekend. So, Ted, I asked Harry this earlier, so I have to ask you this. You see where I'm at, United Center, and the big MJ statues right here behind me, if you could see it. Do you think MJ's the GOAT?
Are we talking Michael Jackson?
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. We're talking basketball.
Yes. To me, yes.
Kentucky on Saturday.
Yeah.
Intense rivalry.
Yeah.
What do you know about that rivalry? You just playing in it as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, John, it's just like deja vu that Tennessee had a couple weeks ago. Tennessee was up 42-31 in that matchup, ended up losing by 2, and then tonight ended up losing by 3, being up 47-33 at the half. Coach Barnes and the players said all week that they needed to play a full 40 minutes, and they just simply did not do that tonight.
And Rylee Robinson is back.
Yes.
So you didn't quit. You came back. Good.
Yes, I'm glad you guys invited me back.
No, we were afraid we scared you off. We're glad you're here and excited to hear which Vol you had a chance to visit with this week. Is it a cousin?
No, we could pass as cousins, though,
Nathan Robinson.
Nathan Robinson,
Yeah.
same last name as me. You could have gone anywhere. I mean, just now with the transfer portal, with NIL, how the world is nowadays. Why do you love Tennessee so much? Circling back around to this lifetime contract, I don't know if you've really thought about this question before, but if you have, what kind of legacy do you hope to leave when you do hang it up one day? These are the type of games you come to Tennessee to play. That is exactly what Josh Heupel said today as the Vols gear up for the 3rd Saturday in October.
Tennessee finally naming a starting quarterback tonight on a Sunday night.
I know, Lexi, it's about time. It's like, why do we break the news at 8 p.m. on a Sunday night? But this is what Vol Nation has been waiting for. Joey Aguilar right here will be the starting quarterback. You said that you could not wait to run through the power T. You've already done it twice.
Yep.
Was it all you hoped and dreamed of?
Yeah, it was amazing.
How's life in Oklahoma treating you, Rylee?
Yeah, hey Harry, it was actually a rainy morning here in Oklahoma City, but as you can see, the sun is shining. A perfect day now to start this Women's College World Series. Nate Ament is the highest ranked recruit that has ever committed to Tennessee basketball. So how did Rick Barnes do it? Well, 2 different things. 1, they bonded over their faith, and 2, Coach Barnes showed Nate a scene from a movie that you probably wouldn't expect. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. A well-known verse from the Bible, and the exact words Rick Barnes said to Nate Ament as he handed him a mustard seed. It would have been the last time they were together before Ament committed to Tennessee.
That also meant a lot to know that my head coach is super strong in the faith. He's someone I can turn to when I'm not necessarily feeling well or I have questions.
The mustard seed is a symbol of faith. And Ament says his faith is a strong foundation for his life.
I kind of come back to the Bible verse a lot. Whoever is humble will be exalted. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled. So for me, I just want to stay humble as much as possible, and I know that in the end I'll be exalted.
But the mustard seed was not the only thing Coach Barnes had in store for Ament during this recruitment visit.
Coach Barnes had his laptop and stuff like that, and then he asked me, he said, "Have you ever seen The Notebook?" I was like, "Yeah, I love that movie. I watched it with my mom." And it's a rom-com, so I didn't know where he was going with it.
What do you want?
Then he pulls up the scene. It's like talking about, what do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
At that time, Ament was being pulled in many different directions. Coach Barnes wanted it to be his decision.
He really knows that I'm capable of becoming a super great player in this game. So for him to pull up that scene, it was funny, but also it kind of showed me what his mindset was, and he was going to help me achieve whatever I wanted to do in the sport.
I've said all year I really don't care what anybody else says. I wouldn't trade Nate for anybody in the country because I think he's been good all year. I knew it would take him some time to figure out the physicality part of it, like any freshman, to add to his game. And but for him to do what he did, I mean, he earns it.
So he gave you the mustard seed. So if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. So you took a leap of faith, came to Tennessee. Is it the right choice for you?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Nate says that he still has that mustard seed and plans on keeping it forever. But you guys are mentioning, will Nate play today? And good news for the Vols, he is expected to play today after missing the last 2 games due to a right leg injury. So Chris and Rick, Nate will be a crucial piece for Tennessee if they want to make a deep run here in Nashville. He came here to Tennessee as a walk-on. He tore his ACL his freshman year. He redshirted, and last year he was behind SEC Offensive Player of the Year, Dylan Sampson. This year we've seen him just go into his own on the field and just have an absolute breakout season. We reflected on the season when I got a chance to talk with him. We talked about his family support and most importantly, what keeps him grounded, his faith.
I mean, this is not me doing this. Like, from the worldly view, it looks like I put in the work, which I have, obviously, but I wouldn't be able to do this without God. The only thing I can think to repay him back is just serve him well, you know, just give him all the glory.
On your shirt is your cousin. Tell me a little bit about his story.
This is my cousin, Stanley Freeman. He passed away 4 years ago, leaving school. He was mistaken for someone else and just happened to get caught in some stupid crossfire. I actually thought about mentioning him in one of these interviews, and look, here we are. And it's funny how God makes things work, but I just want him to know, just want him to know he's not forgotten. He still lives on through me. You know, I'm living life for him. You know, I've done a lot of stuff in my life that revolves around him and just trying to keep the family together, you know, and his loss is tough, but he's never forgotten. Just missing him, you know, and that's okay. I realize that, but I know he's in a better place, so that's where the peace comes from in that as well.
Your family as well supporting you through all this, through your trials, your ups and downs. What has their support meant to you?
It means the world. You know, my mom obviously sacrificed a lot for me to be here. You know, I didn't realize that until the older I got. I got this real opportunity to take care of them for a very long time, and that's another thing that just keeps me going and keeps me grounded. What
do you think in this conference and in just college football in general separates a good running back from a great running back?
I think it just goes back to those sacrifices. Not a lot of people are willing to sacrifice. Just focus on what you really want to be. Like, you want to hang your name on a banner or put your name on the wall in our room. And if you really put your focus towards that, man, you'll easily pass these people in this game, because like you said, a lot of players are good, but not a lot of people want to be great. That's what it is. You can't be afraid to go on your own path, you know, walk the narrow road that is talked about in the Bible, you know, and because the world everybody else follows is leading to destruction. You know, your path is leading to glory, and that's the narrow road you got to take to be the best.
Emma Clark calls game in this one. Clark hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th, and Tennessee walks it off over Texas Tech 2-1. Now the Lady Volunteers are back in the national semifinals for the 2nd year in a row. I asked Clark about that moment, rounding the bases, and she said that she just looked up and gave all the glory to God to just even be here and to have this opportunity on this stage. But this game, the foundation of it was set on great pitching. Carlin Pickens got the start. Sage Margetko came in relief. They held this powerful Texas Tech lineup to only 5 hits and 1 run. Well, now Tennessee has taken down the defending national champs, Texas, last year's runner-up, Texas Tech, and now they wait to see who they will play on Monday in the semis. And all they need is 1 win, and Tennessee is off to the championship series. It only took 3 weeks, but Kim Caldwell's roster for the 26-27 season is officially completed. West Virginia transfer Rylee McAlusky committed to Tennessee on Wednesday to make up the 15-player roster for the Lady Volunteers. So that is now 13 players via the transfer portal and 2 incoming freshmen for Tennessee. Kim Caldwell was asked about her roster reconstruction at the Big Orange Caravan stop on Tuesday night in Chattanooga, and she said she was just really impressed with how her and the rest of her coaching staff were able to do this so quickly.
It's been fantastic. It's been a breath of fresh air. We're really excited about it. We're excited about the players we've had on campus, the way our staff has hit the ground running.
She goes on to say that she knew this period would be a grind because not only did she have to build her roster from the ground up with 0 players from last year's team returning, she also added 2 pieces to her coaching staff. Kim Caldwell is ready to hit the ground running with a new look team in her 3rd year here on Rocky Top. Tennessee softball is set to host its 4th consecutive NCAA Super Regionals, and it won't be an easy task for the Lady Volunteers as they welcome in SEC foes Georgia. Now the Bulldogs, they're coming in off of a lot of momentum. They ended the regular season with a series win over Florida. They were the 9th seed in the SEC tournament and made a pretty deep run, getting eliminated in the semis by Texas, but they beat OU along the way. I do think this matchup is just going to come down purely to pitching. We know that Tennessee has the best pitching staff in the country, so if the Lady Vols offense does what it needs to do, I do think that Tennessee's pitching staff can hold its own. But Georgia's pitching staff is coming in with a lot of momentum as well. Addison Fisher just threw a complete game shutout against Clemson in the regional final. So the best of 3 series between Tennessee and Georgia begins on Thursday. Karen Weekly actually saying that she believes the toughest and the most challenging round of the postseason is the Super Regionals. It's tough in the Women's College World Series, but when you get there, it's anybody's trophy. So we'll see if the Lady Volunteers can get there for a 3rd time in 4 years as they face off against Georgia in a Super Regional with a trip to OKC on the line. ESPN tabs Tennessee basketball with the #1 transfer portal class. We know going into this transfer portal cycle that Rick Barnes put a big emphasis on offense, and he got just that. 7 of these 8 players through the portal averaged over 10 points at their last schools. That's highlighted by Drew Karras from Wake Forest, averaging 21.4 points per game last season. He actually got the opportunity to speak with 2 of those new guys, Jalen Harrelson from Notre Dame and Day-Day Ames, who transferred from Cal, both of them averaging over 16 points at their last stops. They said that even though there is a lot of new faces on this Tennessee team, that they're all meshing together well, that the chemistry is great. And a huge reason they wanted to come to Tennessee, of course, was to play for Rick Barnes. They said during that recruiting process that Rick Barnes didn't sugarcoat anything. He says they want to win and he will get them ready for the next level.